Episode 3 of All of Us Are Dead returns to the police station, where Byung-chun admits to restarting this viral outbreak. While he talks to Jake, we cut across to Hee-soo, who has problems of her own. After leaving the school with an upset stomach, we saw her last episode with water dribbling down her legs. Now she gives birth to a child in a public bathroom on her own. Jung-sun, however, survives his tumble off the balcony. He clings on for dear life to the hosepipe, but one of the infected grips his leg. So-hyuk managed to come over and help though, acrobatically diving and managing to grab the hose. It's miraculous that this thing has not broken, and it's a pretty ludicrous moment in truth. The infection soon begins to spread across the town though, with Hisu forced to evade the zombies while holding on to her baby. She also narrowly misses being hit with a police car too, which is filmed by bystanders. The same bystanders who upload it to Facebook and allow our kids in the broadcasting room to see take place. It's a neat way of moving the action back to the broadcasting room. Eventually, all the kids reconvene where tensions break out between Nayeon and Gyeongsu. After fighting with an infected, Sohyuk accidentally knocks Gyeongsu in the nose. The thing is, this causes the others to believe he is infected. Nayeon is the ringleader in this, but she refuses to apologize when it turns out he is okay. Nayeon presses on, believing the scratch on his hand was a result of the infected. In order to get the bottom of this, Sonhwa makes a big decision and decides he should stay in the recording room, at least for 30 minutes anyway, to see if anything changes. Guinam is still alive too and uses every resource he can to make it to safety. While this is happening, Jungsun's mother notices the news about Hyo-san and grabs a nearby bike and races to the school. Onju's father, meanwhile, sees the infection firsthand after being called to the office building where one of the infected is tied to a chair. As the infection grows worse, police mobilize in the streets and prepare to fight back the hordes. This also means Jungson's mother is forced to take a risky path through the back alleys. And out of all the people she could run into, it's his son. She is still cradling her baby and rushes away, leaving the woman alone to face a rabble of zombies chasing after her. Heesan takes a turn for the worst. She is infected and wanting to protect her child. She ties knots on the door to herself to try and stop the zombies from getting to the baby and to stop herself from doing something awful. Back in school, Gyeongsu ends up sulking and refuses to come out from the recording room. In order to solve matters, Sonhwa and the kids suggest Nayeon be the one to go in and speak to him. Only this just makes matters worse. Gyeongsu soon begins bleeding from the nose when he is let out, and it seems like Nayeon was right after all. With a shaky voice, Gyeongsu decides to leave on his own accord and do the right thing. Just before he turns, Gyeongsu experiences some frightening visions. Jeongsan manages to distract him by whistling their favorite tune together, which sees him dive out the window and join the rest of the horde. The thing is, Noyan actually wiped infected blood from the broom used earlier on to fend off the infected. She then used that to infect Kyungsu's wound. Namra saw the whole thing and the group turned on her. It doesn't take long for Noyan to admit to everything. Noyan eventually leaves, sobbing, claiming she has no friends. In her absence, Sonhwa sternly tells the other kids not to take another life. In doing so, that makes life itself meaningless. After her speech, she heads outside to try and save Nayan. Grabbing her hand, they hurry away from the horde, leaving the kids on their own. But not for long, a helicopter shows up which could prove to be their salvation.